Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's a blessing. It's an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you and knowing that I'm connected with the universe and encouraging you to be connected with the universe also. And if under the sound of my voice you are actually living in a concrete jungle, I want to encourage you to do what I'm encouraging you to do, which is basically encouraging you to use your imagination to create your reality so you can get out of the concrete jungle and you can live in a place that is more suitable for you, which is living more in the tropics, living closer to the sun and being more in nature, whereby you can be able to harness your true creativity and your true God power. And I believe that this is the desire of our ancestors, to see our people be more closer to the sun, so that more of our people become more enlightened. Thus the reason why I want to speak to you concerning penetration brings manifestation. And I want to show you from two angles. I want to show you from the psychological angle and from the sexual angle. Okay? Now, you have to realize that first of all, you are a physical being and you are also a spiritual being. But first of all, you are a spirit having a human experience. And also, I want you to realize that everything has to first be a thought, everything has to first be imagined. And also that we are actually thought evolved beings, because our mother and fathers, right, they have to come together by a thought, and from that thought they put action to that thought, and penetration was involved, and it brings us here, which is basically the manifestation. So too in creating, because you must learn to create your reality consciously. So if you're going to create your reality consciously, the first thing you have to come to realize is that the Creator is in you. And for you to understand that the Creator is in you, you have to understand first of all that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. And that religion was used to keep the masses in mental slavery. So just like how a man have to penetrate a woman with a continual action and focus to bring a manifestation or bring a life into the world, so too you have to use the same principle to manifest your desire. For when you have a thought, that thought is a spiritual sensation. And when you conceive it within your mind and act upon it, you're being faithful to the unseen. You're being faithful to the invisible you. Because the invisible you, which is your intuition, is the one who is giving you this sensation so that you can use your imagination to create your reality consciously. So you have to penetrate the fact of that which you want to manifest by using repetition and affirmation and believing in what you say. Because a word is a thought expressed. And so when you take a pen and a piece of paper and you write that which you so desire, you are looking at it. And your eyes is the gateway to your soul. And when you connect with that which you so desire, you have to keep the focus on the penetration. And as you continue to penetrate on that frequency, and be in oneness with that energy and that vibration, you come to realize that your thought is what is creating your reality, and that you can create your reality consciously. That's the reason why, my brother and my sisters, many of our people who do not realize that they've been brainwashed by religion, education, and even politicians who use politics to brainwash them. If only they can penetrate the thing that they believe deep within themselves, they will come to realize that they are the master and the Lord and creator of their own destiny. They will come to realize that everyone has the same mind, but there's only different arrangement of the same mind. Thus the reason why even the Bible tells you of the woman and her importunity, who was going to the unjust judge all the time. And the unjust judge said she be coming all the time and provoking me. Let me hear her case. It is teaching you about persistency, or consistency, I should say. And being persistent, and being determined, and being definite, and knowing what you want. You are penetrating the fact. And the Bible tells you that you will call those things that be not as though they are. It will become a fact. It will become an objective fact in your life. So my brother and my sisters, let us use our mind power to live our self-esteem, to come to self-knowledge and self-consciousness, and know that God and man are one, and that the name of God is I am, from generation to generation, and that you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So my brother and my sisters, it is time for us to put an end to mental slavery, and let us just not have a carnal mentality, because many like to talk about sex, but many can't take the same principles of sex and put it in the psychological world and manifest their reality consciously. And that is what we are to do. By coming into true marriage, a union. Union of the conscious mind with the subconscious mind. The masculine and feminine energy. That's the reason why I wrote a book called The Truth About Marriage. Because so many of our people born in Christianity and believe that they can have legal sex and illegal sex. Righteous sex and unrighteous sex. When the Christian woman have to go in every position just like a porn star. Believing that a man could give you permission to have sex. After he tell you repeat after me. And tell you sign a piece of paper. Which one of you woman in the world ever sign a piece of paper to see the period? Which one of us have to sign a piece of paper to drink water? Thirst is a natural desire. Which one of us have to sign a piece of paper to eat food? Hunger is a natural desire. And so, being horny and want to have sex is a natural desire also. And I have to really interject there and bring in that part to show you. Because everybody like to talk about penetration. But they can't penetrate the thing that they want to manifest. Because so many of our people have a slavish mentality and an employee mentality. So many of our children are leaving school every year with an employee mentality. And here am I telling you, you have to penetrate the fact. You have to understand spiritual sexuality. Because that is how you're going to create your reality consciously. But you have to get rid of idolatry. Stop believing in a man 2,000 years ago named Jesus Christ. And believe in your own human imagination. Because the Bible tells in St. John 1 and verse 3 that without him, there's anything made that was made, and that all thing was made by him. That him is not a man 2,000 years ago. That him is a personification of your own human imagination. And if you're religious and you do not believe what I would have just said there, then tell me of one thing in this world that was made that wasn't for us to imagine, or one thing that ever going to be made that must not for us be imagined. So my brother, my sisters, whatsoever you can conceive and believe in your mind, that you shall also manifest. But you have to penetrate the fact, just like how a man will penetrate a woman and bring a life in the world, manifest a life in the world. You will realize what it means when you say, and the word became flesh. Because a word is a thought express. So you have to take your thought to build your world. But you have to penetrate the fact that that which you can see, taste, touch, and smell at the time when it is just a thought, and bring it from spirit to matter and be able to touch it, taste it, feel it, and smell it. So with that being said, I believe I got my message across to you. And I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to encourage you that if what I'm saying to you, if it's resonating with you, you must like, subscribe, share, or even comment, because this message need to be shared all around the world, and more people need to hear messages like this. Okay? Now I want to give you the sign of enlightenment, and I want to also encourage you to check my link down below also. The sign of enlightenment is the sign of the single eye, of which Matthew 6:22 say, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I'm saying to you, when you have the single eye experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life, and that without the sun there is no life and there is no light, and without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made, and that the sun parallels the human imagination and the human imagination parallels the sun. That's the reason why we have to penetrate the fact by learning to use our mind power to achieve our every desire. And we being the people of the sun, I'm encouraging you to use your mind power to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.